You're in the zone, finally focused, and then your phone rings. It's not a scheduled call, just a quick one. Before you even see who it is, you feel that spike of frustration. That feeling isn't you being rude. It's your brain signaling that a boundary has been crossed. In a world with endless ways to communicate, the unannounced phone call has become the modern equivalent of someone walking into your house uninvited. It feels demanding, intrusive, and frankly, disrespectful. Think about it. If someone knocked on your door without warning and expected you to drop everything immediately, you'd feel the same tension. Your mind would instantly switch from what you were doing to managing someone else's urgency. That's exactly what an unexpected call does to your brain. This isn't a new phenomenon, but it has definitely reached a boiling point. The shift to hybrid and remote work has forced us to rethink our communication norms, and the verdict is in. The quick call is on trial. A report from BankMyCell shows that 75% of millennials avoid phone calls because they're too time-consuming, and 81% feel apprehension before making a call. This isn't just a generational quirk. It reflects a deeper shift in how we value time, focus, and mental energy. Today, we're breaking down the psychological reasons why that quick call feels like a sign of disrespect in the modern world. Quick question as we go further. When your phone rings unexpectedly, what's your first reaction? Mild annoyance, anxiety? Ignore it and text instead. Comment the number below. I want to see how common this really is. Welcome back to Mentor's Mindset. Before we get into research, think about this. You're halfway through something important. Your thoughts are layered. You're holding context in your head. The phone rings. You answer. 2 minutes later, you hang up. Now try to return to exactly where your mind was. That mental scrambling, that's the real cost. It's not just about remembering the task. It's about rebuilding the mental environment you were operating in. The ideas you were connecting, the momentum you had, the clarity you were building. That whole internal structure collapses the moment your attention is pulled away. Psychologists call this the interruption effect. When you're in a state of deep work, your brain is operating at a high level of concentration. An unexpected call doesn't just pause that state, it breaks it. Research from the University of California, Irvine found that it can take an average of 23 minutes and 15 seconds to fully regain focus after a single interruption. A 2-minute quick question can cost nearly half an hour of clarity. This isn't just inconvenience, it's a cognitive tax. And if you've ever noticed that after an interruption, you feel slightly irritated, scattered, or slower than before, that's not your imagination. Your brain has to reload everything it was previously holding in working memory. That reload takes effort. After interruptions, we're slower. We're more scattered. We're more likely to make mistakes. So when someone says, "It'll only take 2 minutes," your brain knows that's rarely true. It's not the call, it's the rebuild. The assumption that your focus is instantly resumable is the first layer of disrespect. A phone call is a live, unscripted performance. In a world dominated by texts and emails, we've grown used to having a moment to think. We can craft responses, we can choose our tone, we can edit before sending. An unexpected call removes that control. Suddenly, you're expected to respond intelligently and immediately to something you had no time to prepare for. For deep thinkers, that's draining. Your brain wants to process and reflect. A call demands reaction. You also can't see body language, so your brain works harder to interpret tone, which adds to the strain. This is why many people say they hate phone calls, even though they enjoy conversations. The issue isn't communication, it's immediacy. This isn't social awkwardness, it's cognitive preference. The disrespect comes from the assumption that you should be able to perform on demand. If you've ever let a call go to voicemail just to text, "Hey, saw you called, what's up?" type boundaries in the comments. I'm curious how many of us are wired this way. Now, this part isn't about productivity, It's about control. An unscheduled call forces a decision instantly. You either stop what you're doing or you ignore it and risk feeling rude. There's no pause, no consent, no coordination. That's why it can feel like a power move. Not because the caller intends it that way, but because the timing is decided without you. The caller chooses the moment. You're the one who has to react. That imbalance, even if it's subtle, creates psychological pressure. Who sets the agenda? Who controls the moment? Who gets to interrupt whom? That tension lives in real time. It taps into our need for autonomy, the desire to control our own schedule and actions. Modern etiquette has shifted toward asking first. Got a minute? Are you free? We coordinate. The quick call skips all those steps, and that's why it feels intense. But this goes deeper than one call. Section 3 was about the moment. This is about the pattern. Before smartphones, being unreachable was normal. Now constant availability is the expectation many of us are trying to push back against. Choosing to respond asynchronously is often a boundary. It says, I'll reply when I have the mental space. An unexpected call overrides that boundary. And the more often it happens, the more your brain starts anticipating interruption. You begin checking your phone more often. You lose the sense that your time is fully yours. Even when nothing is happening, your mind stays slightly on alert. When you can be reached at any second, your nervous system never fully relaxes. There's always the possibility of interruption. And over time, that chips away at rest, recovery, and the feeling that your time truly belongs to you. Burnout rarely arrives dramatically. It builds through small boundary breaches that seem harmless on their own. One quick call, one after-hours question, one just checking in, until silence no longer feels safe. That's when resentment grows. Has anyone ever made you feel guilty for not answering immediately? Share what happened. I read the comments, and these conversations matter. If you feel irritated when your phone rings unexpectedly, you're not rude. You're reacting to a boundary violation. Your aversion to the quick call isn't weakness. It's a sign that you value focus, autonomy, and thoughtful communication. You're not avoiding people, you're protecting cognitive resources. The solution isn't to force yourself to answer every call. It's to normalize new etiquette. I'm in the middle of something. Can I call you back at 3? Text me first next time to see if I'm free. Access should be intentional. Your time is non-renewable. Your focus is powerful. Your boundaries are valid. Protect them. If this made you feel understood, subscribe, comment, and share. This channel is for people who think deeply and want to live intentionally in a distracted world. And next week, we're breaking down another topic that are quietly rewiring your brain. You'll want to see that one. Until next time, be intentional.